All right, here we are in the brew house at Odd 13, looking at some awesome new equipment. Eric, do you want to tell us a little bit about this?
Sure. This is a gravity wine filler. It's Italian made. So just has a, as Brandon talked about earlier, the toilet feature. Has kind of a float switch on it, so we're making some eau de toilette here, which is a nicer way to put it. But it's got a little float on it, so it'll stop flow automatically in these springs. But it's allowing us to do a lot more of those long-term sours we talked about, some of the oak aging, and even stainless sours. So we get a lot of exposure from the oak, the micro-oxygenation, some flavor pickup, some of that flavor going on, and then we can move it into stainless if we want to add fruit. Sometimes you're really expanded all you can get from the oak. So, why put it in a barrel when you could use that for something else? So we kind of move into stainless with some fruits. We have both a peach and a plum variant of the same beer we're going to put through this machine this week, as long as an unfruited version. So all a collab we did with the local women's beer group called Barley's Angels.
Barley's Angels, look it up.
Yeah, so Barley's Angels is going to come out and help us bottle a beer called Bartleby through this filler. So this will help us with some throughput, get more of that beer out there. It's something that Brandon and I both love to do, but haven't had a lot of time and equipment and process to do. And putting in that production facility really rolling now is taking some pressure off of this, and we're finally getting all the stock we were able to free up, all that room we were able to free up. Now it's coming down the pipeline, so it's taking some time to get it set up, organized, but now we're ready to provide the eau de toilette to the people.
Well, now that hard work's paying off, and you're able to kind of spread out and do that sort of thing. So what do we have over here? Who is she? Who is that? We have to take a look at her. I don't know. She's going to get a name right now with Brew TV, and her name is
Big Bertha.
Big Bertha. So what's Big Bertha doing over here?
So Big Bertha right now is full of a blonde base that is not spontaneously inoculated, but very much mimicking a lambic grist in terms of 40% unmalted wheat and 60% traditional Belgian pills. We also did go through some of the turbot mashing and some of the other processes that make lambic. But again, this was a purposeful commercial pitch. So this will supply us with quite a bit of hopefully really tasty blonde sour base. We can either then move that directly into the blending tank where we can then add our priming sugar and put it into bottles, or we can age on fruits or dry hop at that point. And once we remove some fluid from it, we can then refill and do, I think we're going to go towards a Solera on this, which is once we have some kind of inertia, love that word, in that tank and a good microfloral development, we can keep that going by just basically feeding it in the same way you might a sourdough culture or,
Keep that bread going from the mothership, right? Exactly.
So, yeah, she's just aging right now, and maybe in the next 6 months we'll see what she's tasting like.
That's it. Well, anybody who's viewing this and wants to see it, maybe they should pop by in 6 months and see what she's put out. But Brandon and Eric, thank you so much for coming on the show. You guys have an awesome operation here. Keep it up, and we look forward to coming back soon and seeing what's going on in a few months.
Awesome. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.